Welcome, everybody. How's your energy today? I know everybody's waiting for this call, and I am very happy to have Nana with us. She's an Emerald Director here in the Revolution team, and you guys will be hearing all her journey with the being fitness and knowing all the things that you need to know before you start talking about nutrition. And that's why we chose her as our speaker so she can give us all the knowledge on our nutrition products because we are very eager to know exactly what we have in our hands and how we can take advantage and how we can sell our products with the best results. So, everybody, please welcome Nana. Nana, I'm so glad to see you here.
Hello, hello. I am so excited. Thank you so much for the invite. Let me tell you, I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't done an English training in like, I feel like 3 years, okay? So I was like, bear with me with my English doing this training because I was like, oh my God, I haven't trained in a while in English, but I'm excited to be here and to hopefully, give you some little tips that you can use to grow your business with our nutrition line, okay? So as Danny was mentioned, I've been literally in the fitness industry and in the health and wellness space for the last 10 years. I come from another network marketing company what that I worked for 9 years. So, selling nutrition for me, it's easy. But I want you to honestly understand why you should really focus on the nutrition line. Okay, I know we have an amazing skincare line, I know we have amazing makeup products, but for me, nutrition, it's where it's at. Okay, and when I entered pharmacy, I remember I talked to Emre and to Sinan, and I was like, you know what, like we need more products, because nutrition, it's honestly what keeps customer rebuying every single month. Okay, because not everybody it's gonna buy skincare every 30 days, or not everybody it's gonna buy makeup every 30 days. So if you want to have a consistent volume, getting people connected into a nutrition line, it's very amazing. And I'm proud to say that when I came in the company, I said to Emre, like, you know what, we need the mandarin aloe flavor and we need a creatine, and they delivered both of it. So I'm excited to feel that I'm part of the developing of these two products since I started. So um, for me, as I said, getting into the nutrition line, it's very important because it's gonna keep customers buying every month. Okay, and the good thing about nutrition is that first of all, it's an instant feeling, and people create an emotional connection to nutrition products. Okay, I don't think that when you put a concealer on or you put a blush, you're like, oh my God, I miss this blush so much, right? But usually, when you get an emotional connection to nutrition products, you do feel that. Like, for example, right now that the collagen is out of stock, like I'm honestly missing my collagen. I'm honestly missing my morning glow with the exact flavor that I love. So people create an emotional connection to it. So it's amazing that we also have, besides the skincare and the makeup, that we have a nutrition line. So it's important for you to become a customer of your product. And I'm gonna do a little presentation, of course, on the products and on how I feel you can sell them. But I also want to invite you to become your best version. And your best version doesn't have to be having abs, okay? But honestly, taking serious the aspect of getting into your best version for the next 30 or 60 days. And before I get into this, I want to share a little picture. I don't know why I can share it from the computer. Okay, but this was my transformation in just 60 days. Okay, and this is when I competed. Right now I'm not like that. I'm not currently in bodybuilding anymore, but literally I went from 38 body fat to competing on stage and winning in 72 days. And the reason I share this, it's because honestly, if you truly focus for 30 days, for 60 days, your results are going to be so amazing that you won't even have to talk about the products. If you're starting your business, if you're currently stuck in growing your business, getting physical results, it's an amazing way to grow your business. Why? Because you don't have to talk about it. People see it. When you go to work, when you do your stories, people are gonna see your transformation and they are gonna ask. So for me, having a physical transformation, it's like having the best business card presentation. Okay. So honestly, if you're starting, if you go are stuck, get focused for 30 days. Okay. And currently, that's what I'm doing. I'm on my way to building my diamond. And I was like, you know what? yes, I present the business, but I'm gonna lock in on 30 days to honestly get crazy results to invite people to the next challenge, because I know if I get crazy results in 30 days, I'm gonna have at least 25 people join my next challenge, and I'm gonna get my recruitment from there. Okay. And the good thing about nutrition is this: when you get somebody into our nutrition products and they get results, it's easy for them to sell the products because they are a walking billboard. If you get people into your challenge and they lose 10, 15 pounds, what's going to happen to them at work? People are going to ask them, what are you doing? You look slimmer, you look leaner. And what are they going to say? Oh, I'm drinking the pharmacy products. Oh, I'm drinking my morning glow. Or I'm drinking my spirulina. And that person is going to reach out to you and be like, hey, Nina, I have two girls at my office that want to drink what I'm drinking. And Nina, it's gonna be like, oh, but do you want me to make the money or you want to make the money? And it's an easy way to turn a customer into an influencer and a representative of our brand. Okay. So it's very important that we focus first on us being a product of the product, because one thing that I feel that happens when we get into promoting our nutrition line is that we're talking, oh no, the L-carnitine, it helps you burn fat, but people are seeing you for 3 months and you're not losing weight. Okay, so it's very important that if you're talking about the nutrition line, you represent and become a product of the product. Okay, so I invite you to join me, because literally today I said it out loud on my stories, and I was like, you know what, for the next 30 days I'm gonna lock in. And lock in, my friends, means I'm not even gonna eat an almond outside of my plan. Lock in means I'm doing my cardio every day. Lock in means if I go out, I'm not drinking my little beer. Okay, lock in, it's that for 30 days I'm gonna get away from any type of distraction and focus on my results, because sometimes in a least amount of time we can get crazy results if we avoid distractions. The reason why we don't get crazy results in business or with our body is because we want balance, and when we want crazy results we cannot have balance. Okay, so I invite you to become a product of the product so you can honestly promote these products the best way possible. Okay, I didn't want to be too technical with the supplementation part, and go all in deep with the ingredients and all this stuff in a very complicated manner, because to be honest, I feel that when we sell nutrition products, we're not selling the ingredients unless you have a really picky client. It's more about the emotion. Okay, it's more about the emotion, about the feeling, and what pain point can you find in the customer. Okay, because they want to feel like you are feeling. 99% of the customers are not gonna care if, like, oh, that's half taurine and taurine is for this. No, they just want to feel what you're feeling. So it's very important for you to be able to know what the product do, right? And how are you supposed to feel the product with the products, or what results are you supposed to have, okay, to sell that emotion. I'm gonna talk a little bit about ingredients, but I'm not gonna go that deep, because honestly I feel the simpler you make it, the easier it's for you to duplicate. Okay, and remember, this business, it's about making it simple so we can duplicate it in our teams. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna start with two of my favorite products, okay, which is our newer products, the creatine and the pre-workout. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with the pre-workout. Okay, usually people say like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have a pre-workout, I'm just gonna go train. Okay, that's amazing. Yes, it gives you an energy boost. Okay, please start your client with half a scoop or one scoop, because if they do 1.5 scoops or 2 scoops just because they want a heavier flavor, they can honestly feel like a little bit dizzy working out. Okay, because if you're not used to pre-workouts and you drink too much, you're gonna feel like a little bit weird, like you're gonna feel jittery. Okay, so start off with half a scoop to 1 scoop, okay, depending on how they feel. This, you drink it 20 to 30 minutes before your training. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the ingredients here, because I do feel in a pre-workout they are important. So first of all, of course, we have caffeine. Okay, caffeine is going to keep you alert. It's going to give you an energy boost. Okay, but the pre-workout, it's amazing because it has something that it's called beta-alanine. I think in English it's beta-alanine, I guess. Okay, that it helps, ¿cómo se dice retrasar, Dani? Postpone. It helps postpone the muscular fatigue. Okay, so it helps you last longer during your workouts. It also has a thing that it's called citrulline, okay? And citrulline helps your blood flow, okay? So when you're training and you're actually doing exercise, what you really want to do is have a good blood flow in your muscle, because that helps the pump, that helps the contraction, that helps you to have a more effective training, okay? So this pre-workout has citrulline, which helps with the blood flow and to have a better pump, okay? It also has taurine, and taurine helps with hydration, okay, and with performance, and it has L-tyrosine that helps with the mental focus, okay? So if you drink your pre-workout, not only are you gonna have energy, but you're also gonna have a more effective workout, okay, rather than not using the pre-workout whatsoever. So personally, I used to train just drinking my morning glow, right? And some people are like, oh, okay, but I just drink my morning glow before working out. Yes, it's gonna give you a little boost of energy. But honestly, for me, with the citrulline, for example, it's why I prefer having my pre-workout, because I want a better flow, to have a better blood flow, to have a more effective training. Okay. The other supplement that I love, and it's my second favorite product, is the creatine. Okay, as I said, just for you to know, the creatine, it's actually the most studied supplement ever. Okay, so this is something that people need even if they don't work out. Okay, this is something that it's not for people that train, this is for everybody. Okay, we are used to associate creatine with bigger muscles, right? To get more muscle mass. And yes, it's true. It helps you to build better muscle mass. But honestly, one of the biggest benefits of creatine, and that it has been already supported by a lot of studies, is that it also supports the cognitive and the brain function. Okay, so honestly, it helps your cognitive system. It helps your brain function. It helps you gain more muscle mass, and it also helps you have more strength during your workout. Okay, the creatine, something people say is that it's gonna make you gain weight at the beginning. Okay, like, oh, I started drinking my creatine and I'm gaining weight. It's very common that on your first couple of days drinking creatine, you're gonna see a little bit of weight gain, but that weight gain, it's not fat, it's water. Okay, and the reason is because actually what creatine does is that it helps get water into the muscle. Okay, and that's why it helps people feel more full, and you see the muscles like a little bit more pump and fuller. Okay, it's because it brings water into the muscle. So it's normal that the first day of using it, you're gonna get a little water retention, but it's part of the process. Okay, how do I suggest drinking this? First of all, I personally do this to my clients because I come from a fitness background, and this is what we're told. Okay, so for the first week, you do 25 grams a day. Okay, I feel that each scoop here has 5 grams, which is the daily dose. Okay, but for the first week, you should do 25 grams. Okay, just to get your body adapted to the creatine. Okay, then after the first week, you're gonna do just 1 scoop, which is the 5 grams. Okay, this is a supplement that once you take it, in order to see the best results and in order to see a difference, okay, in your strength and also in how your muscles look and feel while working out, you need to be consistent. Okay, this is something that you need to honestly drink every single day. And as I said, besides the benefits of muscle mass and fitness purposes, this is a product that everybody needs, especially women. Okay, for our brain system. So we also have the
Nana, can
Senora.
I just add something? Can you talk about the price difference with our creatine and others? And you don't have to mention names, but I feel like it's a product that could easily be sold because I feel like it's a very good like small price for it, right?
Yeah, I was definitely very impressed when I saw the price of our creatine compared to what we see in GNC. First, when I saw the price, I was like, okay, so probably it's gonna be like a small version of the creatine, like for example, let's say the collagen that it only comes 15 shots. So I was like, maybe it's not gonna last, enough. But honestly, yeah, it's like a super affordable product. It has very good ingredients too, because it's monohydrated creatine. Okay, So compared to what's out there in the marketplace, it is very affordable. So one thing that you could do that I used to do is, for example, just take a picture of the most common creatine that maybe you see even at Costco or at Walmart, and just compare it on your story. The price point, so people can honestly see it. It's an amazing product. The recommendation said to scoop 5 grams. Yes. Yes, what they suggest us to do is 5 grams because, as I said, that's what we're supposed to drink daily. But on the first week, as I mentioned, I just start people and myself with 25 grams because it's also what's suggested in the fitness industry in order to get better results and to adapt your body to the creatine. Okay. One product that I feel we don't talk about enough, and I don't see too many people drinking it. Okay, it's the Serenity tea. Okay, and the Serenity tea, especially this one, which is the lemon flavor. Okay, and the reason is that this particular tea, the one with the lemon flavor, it's made with something that it's called flor de malva. Okay, I don't know if in English that's translated to malva flower or how is it called, but it's made with the malva flower. And if you look it up, one of the benefits of the flor de malva is that it honestly has a lot of ¿cómo se dice? Propiedades. Wow, I gotta start
Properties,
training in English.
properties,
I
properties.
gotta start training in English because I'm all over here going crazy.
It's
Um,
properties.
the the creatine, no, baby, you can drink it at any time. Personally, I just do it in the morning before working out because it's just easier for me to remember to drink it. Okay, but the creatine, you can honestly drink it at any time of the day. So the Flor of the Malva honestly works as a diuretic, so it helps you with your water retention. But it's also very good for bloating. Okay. So if you drink, I have clients, and this is for real. I have clients that have lost 10 and 12 pounds only drinking the Serenity tea 2 times a day, just because of water retention and water weight. Okay. So if you're suffering from bloating, if you feel that you're a person that has a lot of water retention, this is something that you need to add. Okay. I do it, as I said, right now, for example, that I'm on my 30-day challenge, I'm going to do it 2 times a day. This tea, it's not high in caffeine. Okay. So it's not going to boost your energy. Okay. But it will do the work as a diuretic and help you with the water retention. So how do I drink it? Usually what I do is that fasted, I have my first one, okay? And then I do my things in the morning. I get my pre-workout and I go work out. And then when I come back, I do my morning glow before I get to work, okay? That's basically the routine that I use. And then 2 or 3 hours before going to sleep, I do my other tea, okay? So this, my friends, you need to add to cart right now and try it because you're gonna be amazed at how well this product works and how it helps you with your inflammation, with bloating, and with water retention. It's crazy the results that we have on our team. I don't know if you have the pictures, but I can send it to Dani so you guys can share the testimonies. But it's crazy the testimonies that we have on our team. We actually did a challenge of just drinking the tea for 2 weeks, and we have people literally lose 10 to 15 pounds just based on this. Of course, they should follow a clean diet, okay? But it was honestly the only product they were adding to their daily life. Not Morning Glow, not anything else, just with the Serenity tea, and we have crazy results. So I'm gonna share it to you. How do you know if they have water retention for a client? I know we're not a doctor, but just to help them. Honestly, people know. Like, I'm not gonna tell them like, hey, I feel like you're retaining a lot of water, but I usually people know based on how they feel. Their face it's puffy, like their ankles feel puffy. Some people that are usually lean, they tell you like, hey, I'm waking up and I'm feeling like bloated, like I'm feeling that I'm not waking up lean enough, or how I usually look. That's caused either by bloating or by water retention. Okay, so I just people that have a lot of cellulite, even though cellulite it's fat, people that have a lot of cellulite tend to have a higher water retention. Okay, so I suggest this for them. But honestly, this is not an expensive product. Like, I try to add it to every client of mine because I know what it does, and the testimonies that I have are so crazy that when I'm like, hey, do you want to add this, they're like, yes. Okay, so I'm definitely sending those testimonies to Dani so it can also help you support the system. Just so you know, and maybe this is something that you can do on your team, we did a challenge of selling 2 of these a day. and I'm gonna send Danny the numbers of how we did in points and how we grew our business, because literally we have people just become directors selling 10 kits of this a day. Okay, so I'm gonna send all that info to Danny so she can send it up for you and hopefully support you to grow your business this month of April. But we did a challenge with those teas and it was crazy. Okay, let's go with another one of my favorite products. All of these are like the supplements that I take every single day. I was like, I'm gonna talk based on experience. Let's talk about the meal replacement, okay? The meal replacement, it's also a product that everybody needs. This is not for people that work out, okay? And this is not for people that even want to lose weight, because the meal replacement, it's for everybody, because 90% of people don't eat enough protein. Okay, 90% of people are on the go. They don't have enough food. They are at work. They have only one lunch break. They are not eating enough. And I want to let you know something. Sometimes we feel that we're not losing weight because we eat too much, but also sometimes it's because we're lacking food, okay? Especially protein. When I competed, I stayed super lean for like 8 months after the bodybuilding contest. And then I opened up like a cafe and I started working there, and I wasn't able to eat enough. And just because I wasn't hitting my protein intake, just because of that, my body composition changed so much that my body fat was at 16 and it went up to 27. I was training, my I wasn't eating bad, but just because I wasn't eating enough protein, my body composition changed. Okay? So eating protein, it's also needed not only to get like amazing physical results, but to feed your body properly. Okay, that's why some people are like skinny fat. You know, I have a friend that she has like she's skinny fat, like she's skinny, but when you do her a body fat test, she's like 27 and she's like, but I'm skinny. I'm like, yes, but that's not muscle. You know, like you're just lean and that's it. But you need to fuel your body with protein. If you see Daniela Mermeria, which maybe all of you know that she's a president director, she has had crazy results in the past 8 months. Like crazy. I'm talking like that girl, it's shredded, like abs, even on her forehead. Okay. And if you ask her, she's gonna tell you, I'm just eating now protein because I didn't used to eat enough protein. So adding my 2 shakes a day is what helping me get this physique. Okay, so this is not only for weight loss, this is honestly to fuel people's body. Okay, so this is for the mom that's on the run and doesn't eat, this is for the person that doesn't have breakfast, this is for the person that wants to build muscle, and this is for the person that wants to lose weight. Okay, you can add this to any plan. One thing that it's important that people are gonna say are like, no, but I drink ISO 100, like I drink a protein shake from GNC. Even though this has 24 grams of protein, this is not a protein shake. It is a meal replacement, okay? And a meal replacement means that it has the perfect balance between carbs, fats, and protein. So it supports your body like if you were eating a meal, okay? Another thing is that this new formula, which is either the salted caramel and the cookie crunch, okay, because the other ones have regular sugar, but the cookie crunch and the salted caramel are sweetened with stevia, okay, in this new formula. We're gonna get pretty soon a protein shake that it's only protein for those people that are doing keto or that don't want, to have carbs, but right now the meal replacement is what we got. Okay, one important thing is that you're gonna see the sugar and people are like, oh, but it has over 15 grams of sugar, blah 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 blah. Okay, it has less than what a banana has. Okay, and people don't complain about bananas. Okay, it is important to understand that when something has sugar, it's not about how much sugar the product has, it's about the glycemic index of the product. Okay, and what glycemic index means, it's how that product changes or elevates the glucose in your bloodstream. Okay, so for example, a banana, it's a high glycemic index fruit, which means that when you eat a banana, it creates a spike on your glucose. Okay, and that spike in your glucose slows down your body fat oxidation, it slows down your metabolism. Okay, so this product, the meal replacement, it's a low glycemic product. Okay, so it means that when you drink our meal replacement shake, it doesn't spike your insulin that fast, okay? That's why people prefer, let's say, brown rice, because it doesn't spike your sugar as much as the regular rice. Okay, so that's an extra tip, but I just want you to understand that it's not about the carbs or about the sugar, it's about what it does to your body. So this, it's a low glycemic product. So that's why personally I don't have an issue recommending this product even to people that are diabetic, unless they are like extreme diabetics that are with insulin shots and stuff like that. But if it's like normal, like, oh, I suffer from diabetes, it is okay to give them these products beside the sugar, because the low glycemic index, it's low. Okay, so just explain that to people, and explain that to people that complain because they don't know and they're like, I'm not gonna drink that because it's high in sugar. I'm like, baby, let me give you a tutorial on how it works. Okay, so just feel confident that you can drink this. Just so you know, I wasn't in pharmacy when I did my bodybuilding competition, but I also used to drink another shake that was low glycemic index, and I had my 18 grams of sugar all the way to the last 2 days before competing. Okay, so for people that, oh, you're not gonna get results if you drink sugar, no. Okay, just make sure you're having stuff that it's low glycemic index. Okay, I'm
Nana,
talking about
there are two questions. I'm going to read them to you. The first one is quick question. Can I add protein to the coffee? I know it's a weird question, but I've been tempted to do it sometimes.
Yes, I also do it. I use the protein sometimes as a creamer. Personally, I don't do the protein shake to the coffee just because I don't like mixing the flavor. But what I do is that I add to my coffee the unflavored collagen, okay, because it has 15 grams of protein. So I usually add this one when I want to add protein to my coffee. But yes, you can add it. There's no issue to that.
Also,
Personally, let me
sorry.
tell you. When I
Oh,
wake
go,
up,
go.
and this is for people that want to get results. I'm going out of context here, but just in case you want to join my 30-day challenge and you want to get in the best shape of your life, let me tell you, when we wake up, if we directly drink coffee or we directly drink something that is high in caffeine, our cortisol levels get high. Okay, and if our cortisol levels get high, we tend to gain more fat on our abdomen. Okay, we tend to slow our metabolism because cortisol is a hormone that makes us do that. Okay, so what I usually do is that I wake up, I drink my water with lemon, I do my Serenity because it's low in caffeine, so it doesn't hit my body that hard. And when I drink my coffee, I personally add, even if it's a little bit of collagen, because I want to make sure that I'm giving to my body something else besides just the caffeine, so it doesn't spike my cortisol levels. Okay, so yes, it is perfect for you to add protein. If you don't have protein, this is another tip for the people here. You can add just if it's like a little bit of MCT oil or like a little bit of coconut oil. Just make sure that if you're drinking coffee in the morning, you add something else to it if you want to keep those hormone levels low. Okay, people with diabetes, yes, I'm gonna talk about the chicory coffee now. How about it if you work out at 5 and take the pre-workout? Does it also spike the cortisol levels? Yes, it does. I actually work also, I work at 6:30. Yes, it does, but that's why I try to get something in my body before I do the caffeine. So even if I take a spoon of like a little bit of coconut oil, like it doesn't have to be a lot because it's also high in calorie, but I just take a little bit just to make sure that the caffeine is not the first thing that hits my body. Okay, I want something to boost the metabolism a little bit and to help me keep that cortisol levels on point. But if you can do the unflavored, which I also have added, I also do the unflavored collagen and I add it to the pre-workout. So it doesn't change the flavor and I can do just a shot and I kind of sort of do like half a scoop. Okay, it doesn't have to be the full scoop if you don't want to get too many calories in. Okay, so speaking of spiking the glucose level, okay, we're gonna have a lot of clients that are gonna say like, oh, I have a lot of cravings, right? Or maybe it's us, we have a lot of cravings. Okay, and usually the cravings comes either from anxiety and not having a good emotional relationship with food, but it also has a lot to do with different spikes throughout the day on your glucose levels. Okay, so what the spirulina does and the cider gummies It's basically the cider gummies help us a lot with our gut health, okay? And it also helps our body to keep alkaline, okay? But it's better to have the gummies rather than using the actual vinegar, okay? Because it tastes like crap. And that's why I used to do. I used to get my vinegar with like a little bit of lemon and I would just do a spoon. But it's not only bad for your gastric system because it's too raw, it's also bad for your teeth enamel. Okay, so I was looking before coming to pharmacy. I was looking for other options on how to actually get my daily vinegar intake in, and I came across other gummies. So these vinegar gummies are amazing. It will help your gut health. Okay, it will help you detox your body, but it also helps you regulate your sugar levels the same way that the spirulina does. So for me, having these gummies and the spirulina in a combo, it's perfect for people that eat too much and that or that are always craving food. Okay, the spirulina will also help you support that hunger and will also help support those glucose spikes throughout the day. Okay, the spirulina will help you keep those glucose levels on a normal range throughout the day. Okay, so that for me, it's a perfect combo for people that have cravings. People ask me like, oh, if it works with the glucose, can diabetics drink it even if they are already drinking pills? Yes, it won't lower your glucose. What it does, it keeps it on a normal range. Okay, so it's not like, oh, my friend is diabetic, I'm gonna give them the spirulina. No, no, no. It just helps keep it on your normal range. What it does, it's support and help not getting those crazy spikes that we usually have. And it's also very good because if you like to eat carbs, okay, and you're a carb lover, it will help with not getting those crazy glucose spikes. So it's good, okay? So I always make sure that I'm drinking my spirulina every single day, especially on my weekends where I'm gonna have like a little cheat day. Not these 30 days, because these 30 days were focused, but before, when I used to go out on the weekend, I will make sure I drink my spirulina so I didn't have my glucose levels go all crazy. Okay.
What times do you do the spirulina?
I do it in the morning. I do it in the morning, two tablets in the morning. Personally, I started doing it fasted, but it was being like a little bit heavy on me to drink so many pills because I do the spirulina, I do the omega-3, I do the multivitamin. So I used to do like all the pills fasted, but it was getting like a little bit heavy on me. So now I do it basically with my breakfast. Okay, before my breakfast. So we have the aloe and the carnitine, which is also an amazing combo. The aloe, we already know, this is like a shower to your body from the inside out. Okay, it will help you detox your body. It will help you flush the toxins, and it will help your digestive tract. I know we don't like to talk about poop, and I feel you, okay? Because I know it's weird. I know it's weird, maybe talking about that on your stories, but let me tell you, you don't understand how many people suffer from not going to the restroom every single day. Okay? Like, if we would talk more about this and what it does and how it makes you feel and how you go regular to the bathroom every single day, trust me, you're gonna get some clients. But we don't talk about that much. We want to say it in fancy words, okay? But it's true. Let me tell you, in my previous company, when we opened the market, I think it was in Russia or in India, something like that. We opened one of the markets and we brought the aloe, and they did an event, okay, of launching like officially in that country. And like literally 99.5% of the people that joined that company joined because of the aloe. And the testimonies were all about going to the bathroom and pooping. It was crazy, like, and this made me go to the bathroom. Like it was crazy. And since that, I am like this is really a problem for people. We just don't talk about it, right? Because we don't talk to your friend like, oh my god, I haven't gone into the bathroom in 2 days. So honestly, we need to talk more about the aloe, and we need to talk more about this. And I don't know about you, but I feel it. Like when I don't drink my aloe, I know my digestive health is not on its prime, okay? Because I feel it. I feel bloated in the morning. I eat and I don't go to the restroom like 30 minutes after eating. Like this aloe, this is my baby, okay? We gotta talk more about that. Josetti says yes. Yep. Then the carnitine, okay? So the carnitine, we always say This is a fat burner, okay? So let's talk about it how it is, okay? First of all, we shouldn't say fat burning, okay? Because we don't burn fat, we oxidate fat. But what the carnitine actually does is that it changes your fat into energy. Okay, I'm not gonna get too deep into it on the ATP levels and how it works, but basically it converts fat into energy. Okay, does it mean that if you drink 10 bottles of L-carnitine, you're gonna get abs because your fat is gonna be energy now? No, okay. But what it does mean, yeah, because people are gonna be like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna drink my carnitine after the pizza and I'm gonna get abs. No, 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 that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that it supports your fat to get into energy. So it does help based on studies, if you are consistent with your carnitine, it helps to burn more fat or oxidate more fat, about a 14% more than if you didn't use the products. Okay. L-carnitine, personally, you can also drink it anytime throughout the day. I personally also do it pre-workout, just because it does have a little bit of green tea, so it does have a little bit of an energy boost. So I want to make sure I don't do it too late in the day, because I want to make sure I go to sleep. Okay, so I personally do the carnitine, whether it's with my morning glow or with the pre-workout. Okay. I'm so excited about the flavors. I don't know if you already tried the orange passion fruit one, but oh my god, everything with passion fruit for me, it's like, I know Mari is Puerto Rican. Like everything with passion fruit for me, it reminds me like when I used to be a kid and go to eat ice cream, like, passion fruit ice cream, like heladito de parcha. So for me, when I saw orange passion fruit, I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
We
And
have
the
some Puerto Ricans in the call, so I see all the excitement about the passion fruits.
Yes, I love it. So, Brenda, yes, 14%. Oh, awesome, Millie. Well, yes. So it reminds me of my Puerto Rican roots. So I love the passion fruit, but the apple peach, it's also great. It has a great flavor. Okay. We don't have the collagen right now. Well, no, we actually have it, but I don't have it with me because it was sold out. But I want to make a quick comparison between the collagens. Okay. We have the chocolate flavor, we have the unflavored, and we have the shots. Okay. One of the things that's very important for you to know is that people that are intolerant or allergic to biotin cannot drink our shots. Okay. Because our shots have collagen, but besides collagen and the vitamins, it does have biotin. Okay. So there are people that are allergic to biotin. So it's important for you to ask them if you're selling the shots. Okay. If I have, because I have 3 clients that are allergic to biotin, and I sell them the unflavored one. Okay. Collagen, we are women here. Most of us, we already know we need collagen, especially after our 25. Okay. So having this, it's a must every single day. I can't drink it enough. I think I do it on my morning glow. I do it on shots. I do it on my coffee. I do it everywhere. One of the good things about yes, I am excited that the shots are back. I already placed my order. I was waiting for it to activate. So I'm happy, they came back today. So I did my activation today. So this one has 15 grams of protein. Okay, so what I do is that I usually add this, whether it's to my coffee, whether even to my yogurt. Even I love adding the chocolate one to the cookie cream shake. It's just amazingly delicious. Okay, so this is a needed. As I said earlier, most people don't eat enough protein throughout the day. Okay, just so you know, you're supposed to eat 1 gram of protein per pound. Okay, I track my macros and I eat a lot of protein. And even tracking my food, I'm always like, I don't know, 50 grams off. So I support myself with this. And I added it to the coffee, I added it to the yogurt, I added it to the oatmeal. So I make sure my protein intake is there. Okay. Some people, if you have a picky customer, they are gonna say, oh, but the type of protein in the collagen, it's not what the type of protein that will support your muscle growth. Okay, and I'm not gonna get too technical, but it's true. Okay, this, I don't want to say it's an empty protein, but it's a whole different type of protein. So basically what this does is it will support your protein intake for the day, but it's not the type of protein that will support the muscle growth itself. Okay, so you cannot survive just on this type of collagen, okay? We need actual protein from our meal replacement or from our food, okay? So that's all. So when people ask me like, oh, but you're saying it has 35 grams of protein if you add it to your shake, I always explain to them like, yes, it's 15 grams that will support my protein calories for the day and 25 grams that will support my muscle growth. But that's too technical. You don't need to know, just in case you have a picky client, okay? The recharge, as we know, it also helps us with our energy. But honestly, for me, the recharge, even though we sell it as energy and it does give us energy on the with the morning glow, I honestly sell the recharge more for mental clarity and focus, okay? And I love selling this with the Radiant Minds. I don't know if you have tried the Radiant Mind gummies, but let me tell you, I have ADD, okay? And like I have severe ADD, okay? Like I am supposed to drink pills, which I don't do unless it's end of month and I need to focus. But I have ADD, so for me it's very very hard to focus. And I have tried a lot of the neuro gums. I have tried a lot of things to help me get clearer and more focused. And I must say, I go by our Radiant Mind gummies. Like I honestly feel a difference like 30 minutes after I drink them on how my focus is and how clear my mind is, and I love them. So for me, for people that are easily distracted, that need like a little bit of a boost of energy but also need some focus, I do the recharge with the Radiant Mind gummies. So if you need some focus, get them, okay? Even for my daughter is 13 and she doesn't like school, and every morning she's like, mommy, give me those thingies so I can listen to the teacher. Okay, so it is amazing. um one gummy that sometimes we also don't talk about it enough, but that it will give amazing results if you try them to yourself and to your client, it's the cyclical relief. Okay, I don't know if you have already tried them. This is for the PMS symptoms. Personally, here in the container, it says to drink it every day. Okay, I personally do it 2 weeks before my period, just because I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not a big fan of the flavor, but I'm a big fan of the results. Okay, so I don't love the flavor that much to be like, I'm gonna eat this every day like I do with the other gummies. But I do like the results. I've seen a big change in how my menstrual cycle goes, how I feel, my pain, even like the way I feel emotionally and with my hormones. Like I've seen a difference since I've taken them. So for me, the cyclical relief 2 weeks before my period, it's a must, okay? But as I said, this is something that we don't talk enough, because sometimes we're just embarrassed about, selling this stuff and talking about PMS and the menstrual pain and all that stuff. But this is something that a lot of women need, and sometimes we don't understand like how our catalog can really impact the people around us. All of us know a woman that is complaining about her period, her emotions, about her cravings, about how the pain. So just be like, not to every client you need to sell them a combo of 150 points. Okay, you just need to get them on board with one product. So just be like, hey friend, I have these gummies, like, do you want to try them? Okay, so it all starts with putting one product into people's mouth. Okay, so this, for me, for my friends, I have a lot of friends that don't support my business per se, but they have tried this just because they suffered from PMS. Okay, I don't say it's for menopause, okay, because that's a big statement, because I feel that every woman going through that stage goes through different emotions and processes. So I don't say it's personally for menopause, but I just say it support the hormonal changes in the cyclic process of a woman. Okay, so I do have clients that are going to the menopause. Actually, the mom of one of my best friends is drinking it, and she says it's doing great for her as far as her emotions and her hormonal disbalance. Okay, let's talk about the coffee, which you guys asked, okay, about the chicory coffee. So right now we have the chicory coffee, we have the blend with the collagen, and we have
The
the
mushroom, the
hongos,
mushroom,
the mushroom one. Okay,
mushroom.
yeah, the mushroom one. So basically, the mushroom one, what it does is that it gives you energy, but it gives you energy with more clarity, okay, because of all the shrooms that are used in that. Okay, it helps the immune system also. And one of the things is that it's lower in caffeine but higher in mental clarity. Okay, just for you to know, and I'm also gonna share this comparison to Danny that I did for my team. The number one selling mushroom coffee right now in the US, it's called Rice. Okay, and when I did a comparison, our coffee it's more complete than rice. Okay, because rice it's only with six shrooms type and ours has 10. Okay, so it's actually more powerful for the digestive tract and for the mental clarity than the top seller in the USA. Okay, so this is something that we can actually talk about and promote because people that like mushroom coffee are very into mushroom coffee. Okay, so we have that coffee. For me, as I said, it's just a little bit different than the chicory. I like the chicory one because it tastes for me more close to actual coffee, and I also feel it's a little bit creamer. I'm sorry. And the chicory also supports your immune system. It supports your gut health a lot. And this is not a claim that I want you to say on your stories, but I'm just saying, okay, chicory has been associated to reduce the growth of cancerous cells. Okay, so I personally see the chicory coffee more of a way of taking care of my body rather than the actual coffee. Okay, so this is something for you to know. Don't do it as a claim like our coffee helps you not get cancer. Okay, like that's not the way to say it. But chicory root has been associated to slow down the regeneration of cancerous cells. So that's why I personally drink it. Okay, the way I do it, I don't know about you, if you want to do it with water or whatever. I personally do it with almond milk. And as I said, sometimes I add the collagen chocolate if I want like a mocha flavor, or the unflavored if I just want to add a little bit of protein. And it's delicious, creamier. Okay. If you're gonna do the collagen, please add the collagen after it's already hot. Okay. Don't add the collagen when you put it into the microwave because it's gonna change a little bit the properties of the collagen. Okay. And last but not least, if you have any other product, I'm gonna talk a little bit about other products, but last but not least, for me, one that's super important, it's also the Restore. Okay, and I also feel this is a product that people don't are not like I need to buy the Restore. Okay, but literally everybody needs this. Okay, because it has magnesium and it has zinc, and honestly, magnesium helps a lot to, of course, sleep better, but also to regulate our cortisol levels. Okay, so I am a person that also suffers a lot from insomnia. My brain doesn't stop thinking and working, so for me it's really hard to go to sleep, and I wake up at 5 in the morning, and I used to go to bed at 1. So my cortisol levels were on Jupiter. Okay, so I have tried other magnesium products, and I just want to say my experience because maybe you have clients that do it and they are going to tell you like, oh my God, no, I'm drinking this product. I used to drink Calm, which is one of the most knowledgeable like magnesium to support sleep type of drinks that are out there. One of the most sold here in the US. And literally I had to drink easily 4 scoops in order to see it work on myself. Okay, and now I do my Restore, I do my scoop, and I'm good to go. Okay, I enjoy the flavor. Personally, I don't do the whole 8 ounces. I just do like a shot and I just drink it before bed. I do it like 45 minutes before I want to go to sleep. But this is something that you should also promote. A lot of people have trouble sleeping. Okay, so it's not only to sleep and to relax your body, it helps your muscle recovery, and it also helps your cortisol levels. And this with the cortisol level is something that you can honestly talk about to showcase more knowledge than the average people, because a lot of people don't know how it affects them. If you have a high cortisol level, you're not going to lose weight fast enough. If you have a high cortisol level, you're not going to sleep well. If you have a high cortisol level, you're going to get more belly fat, because that's how the hormone works. Okay, you're going to have a hormonal disbalance, you're going to have more cravings. So honestly, sleep, it's one of the things that people take for granted, or don't take so seriously, but it honestly affects everything, from your production to how your body works. Okay, so Restore for me, it's one of my favorites. And other than that, one thing that I'm very like into, it's the omega-3 and the multivitamins. I feel that everybody needs to drink a multivitamin every single day. Okay, we have to. We are not getting enough nutrients from our food, especially here in the USA. And the omega-3 also to support our heart health and to support our triglyceridos. um,
Triglycerides.
and our good fat in our body. So omega-3 is something that we should also add. And I want to let you know before, if you guys have any questions, I can answer them. But supplementation, it's not luxury. Supplementation is something that we really need, okay? Like when I used to compete, and bodybuilders do this, they just don't talk about it enough, maybe. But when we are competing, like we need to drink a lot of supplements, okay? Because reality is that from our food, we're not getting enough nutrition. And I'm not talking about the protein, carbs, and fats. I'm talking about the micronutrients, okay? And what honestly supports our body function, it's our micronutrients, okay? The vitamins, the minerals that we get into your body. It's not about looking good on the outside and having abs. It's about how honestly you're fueling your body on the inside, okay? So supplementation, when we were on a diet and we were competing, it's key, because in order for our machine, which is our body, to work on optimum conditions, we need to fuel it properly, okay? So don't see like, oh, like multivitamin is not that important, or omega-3 is not that important, or no, like it's not luxury. It's something that we honestly need to perform our best and be and feel our best every single day, not just look our best, but honestly have our body from the inside out be as it is best, okay?
Nana,
um
let me add just a little disclaimer on the Restore because I've seen it in the past. Guys, this is not gonna make you sleepy. It's just gonna help you get a better rest. So for your body to go into REM state, like to actually get rest. So you're gonna wake up feeling renewed. You're gonna wake up feeling with more energy. You're gonna wake up, ready to take the day off. But also make sure that we're sleeping at least, 7 hours a night.
Exactly. It's not like you're gonna wake up drowsy, and it's not like you're drinking like a sleep pill. Okay. What it does, as Dani says, it's just puts your body into like a rest state. It relaxes you. Okay, so you can go to bed like relax, and get into that sleep. But you wake up descansado. You wake up rested, but not tired. Okay, like some when we do like sleeping pills, for example, the other day I went on an airplane, and I didn't have my Restore, and I bought some sleeping pills at the airport, and the trip was 9 hours, like 7 hours, 9 hours, and I came to Miami. It was 3 p.m. and I was feeling like tired, drowsy, druggy. I was like, this is horrible. I need my Restore. So the Restore won't make you feel like that.
Okay, I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
If a person is getting the shots, Ozempic shots or Mounjaro shots, it is recommended for them to take like the protein shake, not to lose weight or more. It's just like to have a meal because they are on their own and they don't have time,
Of
or they
course.
say like they don't they don't get hungry, but they also have to eat anyways, even if they don't get hungry. It is
Look,
recommended to offer them the products
of course,
or the
of
morning
course,
glow.
of course. It's like the people that did the bariatric surgery, okay? Like if
Hmm.
they don't have enough room to eat, they need to get a easier way to get their protein intake, okay? The thing is that our job sometimes it's to educate people, because people associate drinking protein with muscle. Like,
Hmm.
oh, but I don't work out because I'm drinking this, or no, I don't need that. And in reality is they do need it, because what happens with a lot of people that, for example, do Ozempic or Mounjaro, it's like, yeah, you get skinny, but you get skinny and fluffy. Like, you don't look toned, you just lose the weight, right? Because you're not eating.
Because you're not eating, you're not
Clearly,
feeling
and
hungry.
this is the right way to explain it, just so you can have the correct wording. What the Ozempic and the Mounjaro and all that stuff does, it's basically if they are cutting off your cravings and you're not eating, of course you're gonna be in a calorie deficit. Okay, and a calorie deficit, regardless what you do, it's gonna give you a physical result of losing weight, right? But not necessarily the calories give you the result. The quality of your calories give you the aesthetics and the look. Okay, so you can lose weight but look fluffy. Why? Because you're not eating how you're supposed to be eating and fueling your body properly to have the right results. Okay, so that's why I explain to people, I'm like, yes, I understand you're losing weight and it's awesome, but you're not fueling your muscles. You're not gonna look toned. Like your energy levels are a little bit lower than they should be because you're not fueling your body properly. And that's why I say, like, it's not about how you look on the outside, it's about how honestly you're fueling your body on the inside. So the meal replacement and the morning glow, it's perfect. Remember, the morning glow, it's not something that it helps you lose weight. Okay, it just helps you be more, not being bloated. It helps you go to the restroom. It helps you a little bit with your water weight, with your energy. And yes, it does have the L-carnitine, but it's not like a weight loss drink, so they can use it without a problem. And those people clearly need protein, so the meal replacement, it's a great option for them. So yes. And I do also a small cup with the Restore. I honestly, like, literally, I do like 4 ounces, and I just do a shot. Okay. I have a gastric bypass and the whole Nutriplus products. It's a must love in all aspects. Yes, I love it, Josetti. So yes, those people are perfect. And as I said, I feel that the meal replacement is for everyone because we're always on the go, and it's better to have just a protein shake that we can take with us than stopping by Chipotle or McDonald's and getting an unhealthier option. Okay, so I feel that that's something that all of us should drink and have in our plan. Okay, are there any other questions?
I was going through them and I think everything's good. Yeah, they were just asking how you do the restore. They were saying if you can mix the restore with the teas. I usually do. I do the restore with a tea. For my husband, I do the restore with the collagen shot because he loves that flavor.
Mhm.
So it's a good thing that you can combine the supplements so that you can have all the vitamins that you need. But I think we're good, Nana. We love this. Thank you so much for all
No,
your
thank
knowledge.
you. And I will send you the info on the Serenity tea so you can maybe do like your own team challenge and go sell some teas
Oh
and
my
hit
goodness, we're
director and more
ready.
this month.
Yes, we're ready to add the directors to the revolution. Thank you so much, Anna. We
Bye
love you so
bye.
much. Thank you guys. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. Bye bye.